Coming to the last theorem, which is the maximum power transfer theorem. So in this case, you can consider this diagram where you have the source voltage, source impedance, and the load impedance. So Zs is R plus Jx. R is the source resistance, Xs is the source reactance, and in this case you have the load as pure resistance. If you can see the case 1, I am considering the load is pure, is variable, but it is a pure resistance. So, and the current flowing through this load is assumed to be IL. IL is the load current. So from figure I can say IL is Vs upon the total impedance. So Vs upon Zs plus ZL. So when I substitute Zs and ZL, it will be R plus Jx plus RL. As you can see here, R plus Jx plus RL. And if I want to find the mod of this, then IL will be mod of Vs upon R plus real part square plus imaginary part square. Then if I need to find the power delivered to the load, it is IL square into RL. So it will be this entire term square into RL. Then if I want to find the maximum power delivered to the load, then I'll differentiate this with respect to RL and then equate to 0. So after differentiating, you should get this term VA square R plus RL the whole square plus XS the whole square minus twice RL R plus RL upon R plus RL the whole square plus XS square the whole square is equal to 0. Then after simplification, you will get R square plus twice R into RL, that is opening the bracket and removing the common terms. You finally get RL square is equal to R square plus XS square, or RL is equal to under root of R square plus XS square is equal to ZS. Now what you can predict from this, that the load resistance RL should be equal to the magnitude of the source impedance for maximum power to be transferred. So I can say the load resistance RL, which is a pure resistance in this case, should be equal to the magnitude of source impedance for maximum power transfer. That is the conclusion that we can draw after deriving the case 1. Now going to the second case. In case 2, we are considering the load as a complex impedance with variable resistance and variable reactance. That is, the real part and imaginary part both are variable. So for that you can consider this diagram. In this case, RL and JXL both are variable and current flowing through the load again assumed to be IL. So I can write IL as V upon ZS plus ZL. Now finding the magnitude of IL, again what we have done in the previous case is similar, taking the real terms together, imaginary terms together. This is how we have found. Now power delivered to the load we can find by PL is equal to IL square into RL. So IL square is VS square upon R plus RL the whole square plus XS plus XL the whole square into RL. Now we can say for maximum value of PL, or you can say PL max, denominator of the equation should be very small, or you can say XL should be minus XS. That means this term will become 0 if XL is minus XS. So in that case my PL will be VS square upon RS plus RL the whole square. Now I'll differentiate this equation with respect to RL. So PL by RL will be mod of VS square RS plus RL the whole square minus twice RL, RS plus RL upon RS, this is UV rule, RS plus RL square equals to 0. So this will give me RS plus RL the whole square minus twice, oh this should be 4, RS plus RL the raised to 4. So RS plus RL the whole square minus twice RL into RS plus RL should be equal to 0. So after opening the bracket, instead of RS, that is the source resistance, we are writing it as R. So R plus RL the whole square. Instead of RS, I'll use the source resistance to be same name as R. So R plus RL the whole square minus twice RL. R plus RL is equal to 0. So I'll get R square plus twice R into RL plus RL square minus twice R into RL minus 2 RL square is equal to 0. So it will give me R square, only one term, twice R, this term will get cancelled. So you are left with R square minus RL square is equal to 0, or I can say R should be equal to RL, that is the source resistance. R should be equal to RL. So we can say the load resistance should be equal to the source resistance, and the reactance XL should be equal to the negative value of the source reactance for maximum power to be transferred. Or I can say ZL should be whatever source resistance you are getting, it should be the complex conjugate, or it should be R minus JXS. If it is R plus JXS for maximum power transfer, ZL should be R minus JXS. Only this is the inference that we can say, and we can finally conclude that the load resistance RL should be equal to the source resistance R, and the load reactance XL should be negative value, or say complex conjugate of source reactance for maximum power to be transferred. For maximum power transfer. So in general, finally I can conclude load impedance, that is ZL, should be complex conjugate of the source impedance ZS, that is case 2. Now coming to case 3. Case 3, is when the load impedance is complex impedance with, when the load impedance is a complex impedance with variable resistance and fixed reactance. Previous case we were assuming both to be variable, but in this case the reactance is fixed. So again the diagram ZS, which is R plus JXS, then you have ZL, which is RL plus JXL, and you have the source Vs, and the current flowing through load is IL. So in this case my IL will again be Vs upon Zs plus ZL. So again the same equation, mod of IL will be mod Vs upon under root R plus RL the whole square plus xs plus xl the whole square. Again, power delivered to the load, mod of IL square into RL. So mod of Vs square upon R plus RL the whole square plus xs plus xl the whole square into RL. So for maximum power to be transferred, we need to differentiate the equation with respect to RL and equate it to 0. So differentiating the above equation, we'll get mod of Vs square Rs plus RL the whole square plus xs R plus RL the whole square xs plus xl the whole square minus twice RL R plus RL upon R plus RL the whole square plus xs plus xl the whole square and the whole square of this will be equal to 0. Now R plus RL the whole square plus xs plus xl the whole square minus twice RL R plus RL should be equal to 0. Opening the bracket, R square plus 2 times RRL plus RL square plus xs square, or we'll keep xs plus xl the imaginary terms to be as it is, 2 times RL square minus 2 into R into RL is equal to 0. These two parts will get cancelled. So you are left with RL square is equal to R square plus xs plus xl the whole square, or you can say RL is R square plus xs plus xl the whole square under root, or you can say it should be the mod of R plus j xs plus xl, or opening the bracket, R plus jxs plus jxl, or you can say zs plus jxl, because this is zs. So you can say the load resistance RL, the load resistance RL should be equal to the magnitude of the impedance Zs plus jxl, that is mod of Zs plus jxl for maximum power transfer.